Hey guys, this is Subhashish Mishra, your test coach. Today we'll learn about page object model and how we will implement it in our protractor test. Page object model is a design pattern used to build an object repository for the web elements available in the application under test. Page object model is very popular in the industry and many companies are using it because of its easy test maintenance and it reduces the duplication of the code. There are a lot of advantages of page object model like code reusability, code maintainability, object repository, then readability. We'll go in details. First, let's try to understand what is page object model. So I have one example. So before to that, let's go to the Amazon website. So here you can see I have logged into amazon.in. Here so first we landed into a home page. So this one we are calling it as a home page. So inside home page we can perform different actions, like we can log in. So here I have already logged in, that's why I cannot see login button, but I can see sign out button. Here you can see your account, your order. So when you will click on this, that will be action and you will move to a different page. For example, if I'm clicking on your account, I will move to a different page. So I am coming to in this page. In this page also again I can perform some actions like your orders. If I click on this, I will perform one more action and let me click on that, and I am I am navigating to a different page. So what we are telling here is we can have multiple pages while automating. In this example, you can see three different pages I have taken. One is home page, one is login page, and another is account page. Each page has some elements and we can perform some actions on those elements. So we have created three separate files like homepage.js, loginpage.js, and account.js, and inside those files we have few methods or functions like click on sign in button. So we are going to click on sign in button. So this function will perform some actions. Similarly, click on sign out button. This will sign out from the from your account. In login page, you have to enter username, you have to enter password, you have to click on login. So all these are like actions and we are writing inside a method or function. So three key points we have to remember here. We will create one file for each web page. So whatever website you are going to automate, if you find n number of pages, you can create n number of JS files. You can name it as the whatever, however you are comfortable with, like home page, login page, account page, orders page. So you can name it like that. Then we separate object or element locators and actions in separate files. Then test scripts can refer element locators and actions from page files. So here, as we have three different pages, now let's see how our test case is accessing this. So for example, I have a test case. So this test case, what it will do is it will use functions of home page, it will use functions of login page, it will use functions of account page also. Similarly, if I will have test case 2 and test case 3, and they can also use similar functions, same functions which are written inside home page or login page or account page. So how it is going to help you? So now you will able to understand the advantage of page object model. Whatever I told, like code reusability, we could achieve code reusability by writing the code once and use it in different tests. We wrote one function once and we used it across different test cases. If we have an element which is used in multiple test cases, we don't have to locate the same element for every test cases. We can locate it once and keep it inside the corresponding page file. We located it once and kept it inside our page and used it across test cases. Code maintainability. There is a clean separation between test code and page specific code such as locators and layouts, which becomes very easy to maintain code. If there is a UI change and we need to do code changes, they will do only on page object files. It enhances test maintenance and reduces code duplication. Object repository. Each page will be defined as a class or JavaScript file. All the files in the page will be defined in an interface as members. The class will then implement the interface. Readability. It improves readability due to clean separation between test code and page specific code. One more thing, if your application is a single page application, you can create page object classes for each tab. So now let's see how we can implement page object model in our project. Let's go to our Visual Studio Code. Earlier we had two folders, one is conf and one is test cases. We have a super calculator test case which we have written previously. We'll convert this test case to the page object model. So let's create a new folder and we'll name it as page. We'll name it as pages, and inside page we'll create a new file and we'll name it as homepage.js. Okay, so this is our JS file where we will write all our home page related codes. Let me declare a variable and name it as home underscore page equal to function, and inside this function we'll keep all the locators for the elements. I'll copy this from our old file. Let me declare a variable. We'll declare the fast variable and name it as fast underscore text box, which is equal to, let's copy it from here, paste it here. Similarly, we can write our second text box and we'll copy it from our old file. So these all are the locators and we are keeping inside a variable. Go button is this. We are leaving the actions, we are only copying the locators. Then we have the result, which is this. So we have declared variables for all the locators. Now we'll create functions for each actions which we need to perform in the UI. We'll create one function to enter the URL in the browser. So we'll write it something like this. This dot, we'll name it as browse URL equal to, this is a function. Again, inside the function what we need to write is this one. We are writing browser dot this. This is the action. So let's not hard code this one, because if you hard code in future you will not able to reuse it. So let's make it as a parameter. So we are passing the parameter URL. So in your test case you can pass your exact URL. Similarly, we'll create one more function which is to enter first number. So we'll name it as enter first number. So this is a function, and in this what we will do is, what is our locator? So locator is first text box. We have kept it in the first text box variable. So first text box, and what is the action here? We are sending one key, one number. So what we will do is first text box dot send keys. So again we will not hard code this number. We will parameterize it. We will put first number. We will name it as first number, and same value we will pass it in the function. Similarly, we will write one more uh, function, and we will name it as enter second number. So again here we will pass it as second number, and we will pass the same thing here. Also we need to change this locator. So let's copy this and paste it here. We will have again another function that is for go button. So we'll name it as click on go button. We don't need any parameter here. We'll copy this variable go button dot, here it will not be the send keys because here the action is click. So what we will do here is dot click. Similarly, we will have one more to verify the result. So we'll name it as verify result, and we have, let's copy all these details and paste it inside this. So what we are going to do here is, we will pass one parameter, name it as result, and same result we will try to validate. We will not pass this value, we will pass result. Here also we will pass result. So we have written all the functions. First is browse URL, then enter first number, enter second number, click on go button, then verify the result. Once you have done with all these things, you need to export your file. Now you have to export this page so it can be used by another external files. How can we do that? In JavaScript, you can do something like this. You can write module dot exports equal to new. So this one you can copy it from here, home page. So this is same as whatever variable you have declared, home page function. Just save it. Now let's see how we can execute in our test case. So we'll create one more test case file. Earlier it was super calculator. Let me create similarly one more and rename it as super calculator form. So first thing what we need to do is, we need to import that page. How we will import that? So we'll again make it as a variable home page equal to require. Then what we can do here is, we'll go to the root folder, then we have page, then we have home page. Now we can use this home page and we can retrieve whatever methods or functions written inside the home page, right? So let me comment this. Instead of this, what we are going to write here is, earlier we are writing hard coding like this, right? So now what we will do is home page dot, you can see the methods browse URL, and here you need to pass the URL. Similarly, this is to maximize, we are not going to do anything here. For the send keys, what we will do, again home page dot enter first number. So in place of first number, we'll enter 15. Similarly, we have home page dot second number. We'll comment out this. We'll enter 25. Similarly, we will write home page dot click on go button. Now we will comment these two things, and in place of this, what we write, page dot verify result, and we pass 40 because this is what we are expecting. Now let's execute it. To execute, we need to pass protractor, then com dot. Before to that, let's update our com.js file. So the test case name, we should keep it as supercalculator com.js. Now let's execute it. You can see it is getting executed properly. The test case got executed successfully. The test case is passed. So when you are using page object model,
your code is very clean and it is easily readable and it's easy to maintain for a long run.
thank you. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.